For the road. The palace kitchen makes these. They stay warm for hours with a heating array inside the wrapping.
You didn't have to.
It's not from me. It was left outside your door this morning.
Wei Suihan, you ride in the middle formation. You observe. You do not speak during negotiations unless I give you a signal.
Understood.
You're keeping the Baihe colors. Can you fight?
If necessary.
Let's hope it isn't.
Are you really from Baihe Sect? You're the third person to ask me that as if they expect me to say no. It's just Baihe disciples don't come north, not voluntarily. I did. Why? My brother was dying. And Lord Luo agreed to help you. Just like that. Not just like that. 10 years of service. You gave 10 years for one person? Wouldn't you? Maybe. Probably. Yes. The Eastern clan, the Huosha. They're volatile but not stupid. They'll test you because you're new. Don't react. What kind of test? Words, usually. Insults. They want to see if you'll break formation. I won't. You're calmer than I expected. For a righteous sect cultivator. We're not all the same. Neither are we. My name is Zhang Liu, in case you needed to know whose side to fight on if things go wrong. Wei Suihan. I know, everyone knows. Of course they do. The Envoy party cleared the Eastern Pass an hour ago, and no incidents. Qianye reports the formation is clean. Wei Suihan is, and I quote, surprisingly unproblematic so far. The archive is going to pile up while he's gone. Should I assign someone else? No. He has a system. Someone else will disrupt it. Of course, my lord.
Xuanming Palace Envoy bearing Lord Luo's seal. We request formal negotiation on the eastern border violations as agreed.
Xuanming sends a righteous sect dog to my gates.
Wei Suihan serves Xuanming Palace under personal covenant to Lord Luo. He is here as palace representative.
Does it understand what Luo Qianye is? I understand what Lord Luo is. I also understand that I'm here to witness a negotiation, not a performance. Shall we begin? Inside. I thought you were going to flinch. I considered it.
The Wuling Valley grazing rights were settled under the Accord of the Third Moon. Huosha clan has crossed the marked boundary 17 times in the past season. Lord Luo requires acknowledgement of the violations and restoration of the prior terms.
The Third Moon Accord was signed by my father. The eastern water source has shifted. The boundary it drew no longer serves our people.
Then a formal boundary renegotiation should have been requested through proper channels.
The proper channels take 3 seasons and 2 mountains of documentation. My people needed water now. You, record keeper, you're Baihe trained. Yes. Baihe has a water source arbitration framework. Used it in the south 30 years ago, am I right? The Baihe framework for resource boundary arbitration. Yes. It allows for emergency resource access during formal renegotiation. The crossing violations are suspended in exchange for a documented good faith renegotiation process. Neither side concedes the original terms until the new ones are settled. And Xuanming would accept this framework?
Lord Luo would need to confirm, but the framework is consistent with Xuanming's negotiating principles.
The White Crane knows its territory. I just take good notes. That was not what Qianye briefed us to expect. You went off script. No. I solved the problem. Qianye is going to have thoughts about that. Qianye nodded. She did? Where did you learn the Baihe framework? I grew up near a contested water boundary in the southern lowlands. Watched the arbitration when I was 12, memorized the framework because I was a very boring child. Most people would have stayed quiet, let the negotiation drag. You really don't hate us. Did you expect me to? Most Baihe people do, they're taught to. I was taught a lot of things, some of them were useful. For what it's worth, you did well today. Don't tell anyone. It'll ruin the new recruit mystique.
A message from the palace.
What happened?
The Allied Sect Council has formally requested your return to Baihe territory.
They're citing the Covenant as coercive.
I know that and Lord Luo knows that. The Allied Council has chosen a different interpretation.
What does Lord Luo say?
Complete the mission. Return directly to the palace. Do not engage with any Allied Sect representatives en route, and he also said the archive still needs finishing.
They're going to use this against him. My being here.
Possibly.
Why didn't he tell me before I left? So I'd go. If I'd known, he knew I'd want to fix it myself.
Wei Suihan, Lord Luo does not need you to fix anything. He is 400 years old and has weathered worse political pressure than a sect council complaint.
I understand, Chenyan, but I only meant to help. When do we leave?
We leave at first light.
You're thinking loudly. Go to sleep. I was asleep. You woke me up with all the thinking. Did you know about the Allied Sect Council complaint? I heard about it before we left. Didn't think it was my place. And were you angry? At the council? Yes. At Lord Luo? I don't know yet. He sent 12 of his best people with you. That's not nothing. I know. He doesn't do that. Typically, care about what comes back. I've served Xuanming for 4 years. He sends envoys because they're useful, but he doesn't usually send the best ones. What are you saying? Nothing. Go to sleep, Wei Darin. Don't call me. Good night. Good night.
Wei Suihan, by order of the Allied Sect Council and the Baihe Sect Elder Council, you are ordered to stand down from demonic service and return to Baihe territory immediately.
And the covenant you entered is classified as coercive and therefore void. Fu Wen, I trained with you for 2 years. I'm acting under instructions. I know what you're acting under. The covenant was not coercive. I crossed the border alone and I made the offer. I pressed my wrist to the array myself. The council is determined. The council wasn't there, I was. Suihan, your brother is safe. You can come home. I know he's safe. I made sure of it. The covenant doesn't end because the council is uncomfortable with it. It ends in 10 years. Those are the terms. Those are my terms.
You're now defending a demon lord.
I'm defending a contract I entered freely. There's a difference.
This is Xuanming Palace Road. You are blocking it with an unauthorized formation. I suggest you reconsider.
Stand down, Fu Wen. Tell the council. The covenant is valid. I will fulfill its terms, and if they send people to this road again, they will be dealing with Xuanming Palace directly.
Your sect misses you. I know. The mission is complete. Chen Yan has the negotiation record. The Baihe framework was applied. You'll want to confirm it with Lord Duan formally. I know. Chen Yan sent word an hour ago. Then you also know about the pass. I felt it.
You knew before I left about the council complaint.
Yes.
Why didn't you tell me?
It would have complicated the mission.
That's not the only reason.
You would have tried to resolve it before leaving. Offering something and complicating the covenant, trying to protect it. And you didn't want that? I wanted the mission done. Lord Luo, I am not going to break this covenant. Not because the council says so. Not because my sect calls me home. I made a choice at that altar. I don't make choices I don't mean. You don't have to manage what I know to keep me here. I'm aware of that. The archive fell behind while you were gone. I'll start tomorrow. My lord, don't. I wasn't going to say anything. You were composing it. He stood in that pass and chose you in front of his own people.
The archive needs finishing.
Oh no. You kept people out.
I was just here doing other things.
For 3 days.
I have a lot of other things.
This is Palace Grade ink. Where did it come from?
It was delivered this morning from the supply stores.
Supply stores don't stock Duanxi ink.
I was told not to say.
Right, you can stay, but you're helping.
Yes, Master.
What did I say about...
Sorry. Brother Wei, which ledger should I start with? That's the sealed section.
How sealed?
No one's been in there since before I was born. Lord Liu Ying says it's administrative records from the old regime.
What old regime?
Before Lord Luo took Xuanming, there was someone else here.
The lock array is dormant.
Brother Wei, maybe we should ask first.
The archive catalog says complete inventory, all sections.
That feels like a technicality.
It is a technicality. Go catalog the eastern wall. I'll handle this section. Year 47 of the Xuanming Regency. Resource distribution, Northern Village Clusters, Wangchuan Territories. Casualty record, civilian. Year 48. Lord Regent's order, taxation increase, third-tier territories. Estimated civilian impact. The villages. He was already subsidizing them. Year 1 of Lord Luo's administration. Immediate orders, suspend Tier 3 taxation, redistribute reserve grain stores to Wangchuan outer settlements, establish civilian medical post, eastern lowland. Day 3. Oh. How far did you read? To the end. The lock array was dormant. It wasn't intentionally accessible. I know, the seal was already broken. So what are you going to do with what you read? Nothing. It goes in the catalog as administrative record, sealed section, historical, and I'm not going to use it, if that's what you're asking. Lord Luo spent 40 years under that administration before he took the palace. 40 years. You don't have to explain it to me. The villages in the Wangchuan territories, there are 11 of them now. When Lord Luo took the palace, there were 4. The others, people came back. When the regent's policies ended, people came back. The last page, the personal notation, was that his? And how old was he? Yes, younger than he looked. Don't ask him about it. He won't answer and you'll lose ground you've gained. I wasn't going to ask him. You were composing it. Fair. This is my place setting. Correct. I've been eating with the palace staff for 3 weeks. I'm aware. Is there a reason for the change? You completed the Eastern mission effectively. The Huosha framework was accepted by Lord Duan this afternoon. You know this is going to confuse the staff. The staff will adapt. The archive sealed section. I cataloged it today. And? Administrative records historical, sealed, preserved, cataloged as such. Did you read them? Yes, the lock was dormant. The assignment was complete inventory. Wei Suihan. They're cataloged, that's all. The western section still needs cataloging. I'll start tomorrow. The food here is better than I expected. What did you expect? I don't know, something more atmospheric, dramatically dark. I'll inform the kitchen. Please don't.
Brother Wei ate dinner with Lord Luo. In the small dining room, just the two of them.
No one eats with Lord Luo.
Brother Wei did. Tonight. I saw the settings being carried in. Maybe it's a work dinner. It was the small dining room. Lord Luo only uses the small dining room for...
For what?
I don't know, that's my point. He never uses it. There's no precedent. Maybe the new one is just useful. He gave him Duanxi ink. The very good ink. That ink is imported. It costs more than my monthly... I know.
Xiaobei, you spend a lot of time in the archive.
Yes, for administrative purposes.
Does Wei Suihan know you're observing him for administrative purposes?
He tells me to help with the cataloging. It's collaborative. This is going to be interesting. Don't tell anyone.
Everyone already knows.
Knows what? That it's going to be interesting.
I said I wasn't going to ask. I know. Shen Liu Ying told me not to. He usually gives sound advice. The last page. The personal notation. You wrote it the year you took the palace. Year 1, like the administrative orders. But this one wasn't administrative. It was a list of names. The villages. The ones that were emptied under the regent's taxation policies. I went through the records before I changed them. To know what had been lost. There were over 200 names. Yes, 237. You kept them, all these years, in the archive? Someone should remember them. The villages that came back. 11 now. Yes. You built the medical post in Lowlands in year 1, day 3. The regent had disbanded it. You rebuilt it before you'd even finished consolidating the territory. Yes, is there a question in any of this? No, I just wanted you to know that I read it. All of it. and understand what it means, that's all. But why? Because you carry things alone and you shouldn't have to. It belongs with you, not the archive. Wei Suihan, the names, I remember all of them. I know you do.
Morning correspondence, Liu Yingdarin. The Allied Council has sent a second letter.
Set it there.
Liu Yingdarin, is Lord Luo...
Lord Luo is fine.
Right, yes. It's just the staff have noticed he's been in the courtyard at night and...
Everyone in this palace notices everything and discusses it with everyone else at night. I want it noted that I find this deeply unprofessional.
Noted, Master.
Remember Lord Luo he is fine. Not while I'm here. They're escalating. Formal motion to the Grand Cultivation Assembly. Invoking the Tangshan Accord Coercion Clause, yes. The Coercion Clause requires evidence of force or deception. There is none. They're arguing that a mortal cultivator cannot meaningfully consent to a demonic covenant under duress of grief. It's a creative argument. It's an insulting one. It suggests Wei Suihan is incapable of making informed decisions. I suspect he would agree with that assessment. Loudly. What do they actually want? The treaty says, officially, his return. Unofficially, the palace, or access to it. Yes, the relic beneath it. Wei Suihan is not going to be used as a mechanism for that. Then we need to make the covenant's validity irrefutable publicly before the assembly. How long? 6 weeks. Maybe 8. He doesn't know the full reason they want access to the palace. No. He'll need to. When? Not yet. Soon. Mingzhu, I found something in the archive today. I can't tell you what it was. It isn't mine to share. But it changed something. I'm not sure what yet. I've been trying to decide what kind of person Luo Qianye is. I think I've been asking the wrong question. He isn't a kind person, exactly. He isn't warm, or easy, or any of the things I grew up thinking a good person looked like. But he remembers 237 names. He rebuilt a medical post on day 3. Are you eating properly? I'm eating properly. Don't worry about me. Actually, I think I might be okay, Mingzhu. Don't make anything of that.